Yo, 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 what's going on with y'all, man? It's Black Balloon coming back with another video with the known hoodie on today. Y'all already know what's going on. Um, so look, I already said I wanted to talk about this in I think that Battle for Your Soul video where I wanted to talk about heaven, hell, and reincarnation, right? Only because I feel like it's something that need to be discussed. As I say, just to get a conversation going and see what y'all think, see y'all opinions about heaven, about hell, about reincarnation. Because obviously they all kind of tie together. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't believe in hell. A lot of people don't believe in heaven. A lot of people believe in reincarnation. Then a lot of people don't. I've met a lot of people who fully believe in it, and they give a lot of good points on why they believe in it. Um, you know, and then you get a lot of folks that believe we're gonna go to heaven after being on earth. You get a lot of folks that believe in hell. So just to get right to it, um, you know, me at one point in my life, I believed in heaven and hell the way they gave it to us from the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like, you do good here, you live a good life, you go to heaven, you experience some kind of just world with, flowers and, good vibes everywhere. It's all perfect. You're with God and nothing happens. You live a perfect life. You're in the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? You're a light body. You're not in this form no more. Who knows what you're doing? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? You be flying all across the universe. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? I believed in that at first. I believed in hell the same way that they gave us through the Bible. You do crazy shit throughout life, blah blah blah. You end up burning in hell. You know what I'm saying? I used to believe in it that way. Coming up before I really just, dug into anything, you know what I'm saying? And then once I started to just have more understanding, and once I started to just question things more, those beliefs kind of changed a little bit. So it's not to necessarily say I just don't believe in heaven or I don't believe in hell. It's to say that I don't believe in it the way that the Bible gives it to us. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, a lot of people will say that living on Earth is like hell. Like that this is actually hell. You know what I'm saying? Or you could picture yourself in your own personal hell. Depending on the way that you choose to live your life. Which is somewhat true. You know what I'm saying? Because you could definitely like live in your own hell by the decisions that you make. Especially if you continue to make just the wrong decisions every single day, or every time you're presented with some kind of situation where it could go left or it can go right, which that left is good and that right is bad. You always choose that right. So of course you can bring your own hell amongst your life. And in a sense, you can also have heaven on earth as well. So we we understand that. You know what I'm saying? So for me, as far as the way that I used to believe in it, you would think 85% of people here on earth are gonna perish. And y'all heard that before. That's kind of like the original way of how we first all believed in it. 85% of the entire world will perish, 15% will go to heaven. That's like, that's what most people give, because that 85% are the ones who just don't give a fuck. Those are like, as they say, the sheep or whatever. And then that 15% is the people that catch on sometime throughout life, correct the things that they did, and they end up passing the test and going to heaven. I'm kind of giving you basically, like what it's always been as far as from the Bible, and just passed down from, different people or whatever. Everybody believe it's the 85-15% ratio thing. You know what I'm saying? And which me, I believe in that as well, but I don't necessarily believe 85% of people are going to perish. I do believe that 85% of people right now are just in the matrix, and 15% of us are the ones that are like me, making these videos, and like y'all, watching, seeking knowledge, seeking God, and just, we're just not in the matrix. You know what I'm saying? We're just not there. We've kind of, we've kind of exited the matrix, or at least we're trying to. You see what I'm saying? So that that brings me to the point now of how I look at heaven and how I look at hell, right? And then it kind of ties into reincarnation, right? Because I look at it I look at it like this. Let's let's pit reincarnation kind of first in it, right? So, let's just say you get, we'll do a couple examples here, right? We'll get a 5-year-old girl, right? This 5-year-old girl, which a lot of y'all have probably seen stories like this on the news or whatever, This 5-year-old girl catches a random bullet, right? Stray bullet meant for someone else. This 5-year-old girl dies, right? This person that shot her, he didn't mean to shoot her. He was shooting at someone else. He accidentally hit the girl. She died. He ends up going to jail, right? And so when we talk about reincarnation, or we talk about what people actually put on earth and here, what they're actually put here and meant to do here, was it this little girl's purpose to come to earth just for a short 5 years, get killed by a stray bullet, in order for the one that killed her, in order for him to maybe come to God, or, or did he have some kind of purpose, something to learn from him mistakenly killing this little girl, right? Now, this little girl, she only had 5 years here. Now, was that her term? Or is she going to reincarnate and come back to earth and basically live another life as another person in another body, a part of another family? Is that, a lot of people think that is what happens, but we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. So that could be possible. It's either God put her here for 5 years, and this was, inevitable. Without a doubt, this was going to happen. Her life was going to end at 5 years old. You know what I'm saying? And she's just going to go back home to God, or she may get, or it was written that she'll get another chance and she'll come back to earth and live another life. Her purpose was already done at 5 years old. Maybe her purpose was for her mom. Maybe it was for her dad. Someone, her dying was for a reason. It just doesn't happen just because this bullet hit her, and it wasn't for her, but it hit her. That is, it's still divine. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though that was a stray bullet, it hit her though. You know what I'm saying? So it was meant to do something. You feel what I'm saying? Like, everything happens for a reason. So that little girl dying, it trickled, something else happened that was supposed to happen off of her dying. You see what I'm saying? So, we'll do another example. Let's just say, you get a person that's went all of their life, their whole life, they just as holy as anyone could be. You know what I'm saying? They probably did whatever they did throughout life. Everyone does. You had those moments. You know what I'm saying? But this person, they lived an amazing life. You know what I'm saying? They followed God. They got married. They didn't cheat. They didn't steal. They didn't kill. They didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? They don't know much truth. You know what I'm saying? They never went down too many rabbit holes. They never, let's just say they don't even have like the biggest relationship with God. They know maybe God is real, but they don't necessarily pray all the time. You know what I'm saying? They don't often go to church, but they're not a bad person. You know what I'm saying? They don't do anything to anyone. You know what I'm saying? They live a good life. Like, life is good for them. You know what I'm saying? They whatever, you know what I'm saying? So that person, for them not knowing God, maybe the way that someone else knows God, what happens to them at the end of their life? Do they go to hell? Or do they go to heaven? Do they go to heaven because of the way that they live their life, even though they don't know God? Or do they go to hell because they actually never chose to, know God, make a relationship with God? Or do they reincarnate and come back to this earth in order to basically get on that path one day, that spiritual journey to where, your soul can grow and you can start to understand life in a different, in a different perspective? Like, what happens to that person? That person, and I talk about that a lot. That person that never goes down these kind of rabbit holes. They never really, try to dig into the truth about God and all this good stuff. What happens to them at the end of their life? Because you got to understand, bro, there's billions of people here. Like, we not, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're a very small percentage. Y'all got to understand that. The whole world is not doing what we doing. They don't care about me making videos and sacrifices and all this good stuff. They too busy living, trying to pay bills and do this and do that. They ain't got no time for all this. So what happens to these kind of people at the end of their life? Where do they go? And this is why I say I don't believe in especially hell, because we know hell is like the way that they gave it to us in the Bible. We know hell is like it's like a fear tactic. You know what I'm saying? It's almost a way for you not to live your life the way that you want to, because you're afraid that you're going to go to hell if you start questioning God. You see what I'm saying? They set you up, so you could fear certain thoughts. You can fear certain actions because you think you're going to go to hell for doing that. When truthfully, when you sit here and you question God, I'm not saying like, questioning God in just like crazy ways, like, why the fuck you doing this and doing that? You know what I'm saying? But when you question his existence, you question the sun, you question just how things are, how they were presented to you, what you actually know. Shit, honestly, you making heaven sing. You making God sing. You making whatever, angels and stuff is out there. You making them sing when you start questioning things, because then they know now you coming up out of that matrix mindset. You know what I'm saying? Because now you questioning what's going on. So now he finna start letting you see things because you getting ready. You know what I'm saying? You getting ready. Your mind is coming to that point where now you're going to be able to accept what he has to show you. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I don't believe in hell in the way that they put it in the Bible, because to me, it's a fear tactic. You know what I'm saying? It's just fear mongering. So we don't actually come to ourselves, like truly live the life we're supposed to be, because we afraid we're going to go to hell if we do certain things. And that also takes me to kind of like another example, and it mixes reincarnation in, because let's give another example of someone that just most evil motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? This dude done killed somebody. Now we kind of talking about reincarnation. This dude has murdered someone. You know what I'm saying? Murdered two people, actually. You know what I'm saying? Killed two innocent people, right? And so this is for all y'all, believers of reincarnation, right? So if this guy, he murdered two innocent people, shortened their lives, rather that was supposed to happen or not, rather it was for a reason. It was divine that he was supposed to kill these two people, right? Does this guy get to reincarnate and come back to Earth? That's one of my main questions for people who fully believe in reincarnation, and the fact that no matter what you do, you're going to come back, you're going to cycle back to Earth in order to pass this class again. Because now, now we'll open up your mind to another thought, because something has to happen to this person. You got to think about it. There's no way that you can just come to Earth, you can just kill 2 or 3 people, and then next thing you know, you done warped, you know what I'm saying? Your soul done warped back around and you done dropped back in the Earth, and now you finna live in another body you never knew you lived before, and you killed 2 people, and you finna try it again. You see what I'm saying? Now that logically, it doesn't make sense. I can't see someone who chose to murder, who chose to kill, who chose to just commit this crazy, insane act. You know what I'm saying? You beating your baby, your newborn. It's we've seen all kind of shit happen, bro. You know what I'm saying? I can't imagine that this person reincarnates. So for people that believe in reincarnation, that's my main thought. What about these people that commit just the most craziest evil acts, bro? There's no way. And I'm not saying, I don't know if these people go to hell. I don't know if they do this and do that and do that. they drop to hell and they experience torture for the rest of their life. You know what I'm saying? That's something, honestly, truthfully, we'll never know. That's why I talk about this and just like, let's just get a conversation going, because out of the three, we truly never know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what heaven is gonna look like. You know, or at least in the sense that they tell us. We don't know necessarily what's next. Have you crossed over? Have you died? No. No matter what you look into, no matter how much history you go down about what you think hell is and how many levels there are to hell, and this may be the third level and blah blah blah. No matter what you look into, you don't know until you cross over, until you die, until your soul is completely gone out your body. You see what I'm saying? So that goes for even for reincarnation. You know what I'm saying? So my whole point of this is, don't get caught up, in believing, neither of the three, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Because truthfully, we don't know. I'm just saying, don't get caught up in it. I'm not telling you what to believe. I'm not trying to tell you don't believe in heaven, don't believe in hell. Because you get a lot of people that have that had dreams or had near-death experiences where they say they actually went to hell, or or they went to heaven, which I don't like, denounce that, or I don't like not believe in it, because that could be very well true, because like I told you, I have my own vision myself. It wasn't a near-death experience or nothing, but it was a vision from God. And I've told y'all, I saw the world on fire. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at the world in itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was outside of the world looking at the world, and I couldn't move, and it was just on fire. So I'm not saying I don't believe in that, because people don't just make this shit up. You know what I'm saying? It could be very true that they had a near-death experience and God showed them something that was that to them was hell. You know what I'm saying? But who knows? A lot of the times, for me, especially for me, a lot of the times I feel like God shows us these things so we can correct things in our life. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't necessarily mean that it's not true. You know what I'm saying? God could be showing you that this version of what you saw in hell is real, because it is real. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I couldn't sit here and tell y'all to not believe in heaven, to not believe in hell. Because truthfully, we don't know. Obviously, we don't want to know hell. We don't want to know none of that. From how they give it to us, we don't want to know hell. You know what I'm saying? Clearly, we don't. So, man, honestly, bro, I don't know, bro. Once it's all said and done here, bro, once it's all black, I don't know what happens, bro. And that's one thing. That's one thing I used to be scared of, like when I used to lay down sometimes and I used to try to picture, like death. I used to try to picture what would happen next. It's black. It's like a void. You know what I'm saying? You can't think of it. Your brain doesn't, it just doesn't, it doesn't know what to think. You see what I'm saying? When you try to think about what's next after life, it's just black. It's just a void. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I know, those three are pretty controversial. Like I said, if y'all made it this far, don't get me wrong. I'm not telling y'all to not believe, in heaven or hell, because like I said, a lot of people have had their own personal experiences. And as I also said, I do feel like when we get shown these visions, when we get shown, these dreams, and when certain people have near-death experiences and they ascend to heaven, or they go down to hell, I definitely feel like, it's God showing you that something needs to be corrected in your life. You need to fix something. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't necessarily mean that that's where you're going to end up. It doesn't necessarily mean that that place is even real, that if you don't do this, you're going to go there. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to think about it. That's pretty damn harsh. You feel me? And that's almost another point I meant to make a few minutes ago when I was talking about, just because this person didn't choose to have the greatest relationship with God like this other person, he goes to hell. That's harsh. That's fucked up. You see what I'm saying? It's like, Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, just with, I know God is real. I ain't been to church. I ain't did this. I ain't did that. But damn, I got to go to hell because I didn't do this. I didn't, repent. I got to go to hell now. And my soul has to be tortured. I'm not talking about me. I'm just saying in general, that's pretty fucked up. So that's what made me not believe in it in the way that, the Bible gave it, because it's too, it's just too controlling. It just seems like I'm saying this to control you, not to actually like put you in a better mind state, You know what I'm saying? So but to wrap it up for me, when we talk about just the entire, the whole three, heaven, hell, and reincarnation, for me, I question reincarnation the most. That's the one that just kind of like, it's really tough to believe that every single person reincarnates here until they pass the test and then they go on to the next level. It's tough to believe that, because I just feel like there has to be consequences. You know what I'm saying? You can't kill someone here on earth and just reincarnate into another body. Your memory is wiped and you forget and you just live another life. That just logically, it doesn't seem like that's the process. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that someone who kills someone, they just go directly to hell and they get tortured. I don't know, bro. We don't know. That's the entire point really of this whole video, is the fact that we just don't know. We will never know until we actually cross over. You know what I'm saying? But hey, there's repercussions, there's consequences for everything. You know what I'm saying? Here on earth and in the afterlife. That's definitely something I believe. So like I said, to clarify it again, I just don't believe it in the way that the Bible gives it to us as far as hell, you know. But I do believe in consequences. I do believe that something, something has to give, for, especially if you commit the most, just sinful acts against other innocent humans. You know what I'm saying? Something has to give. But hey, who knows? Who knows, bro? Maybe that person just reincarnates and come back and try it again. I don't know, bro. It's that's one that's just left up to forever be debated, until someone damn dies and comes back to this world and can say, hey, I died and I came back here, which that shit probably ain't gonna never happen, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, y'all already know what's going on, man. You know, hopefully we can get a little conversation going. Hopefully, if anybody had, any kind of, you know, thoughts about either of the three, heaven, hell, reincarnation, maybe I could have painted that picture a little bit clearer for you. So yeah, y'all already know, man. Y'all know what's going on. Just like I said, I done had my little week of clearing my mind. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Ready to get back on these videos. Drop. You feel me? So, look, it's Black Balloon, and I'm going to see y'all soon.